He slowly walked behind her and put his left hand on her hip to the front of her belly and moved down toward her vagina. He tickled her thigh and moved in on the forearm. Oh, the warm, moist area. He was massaging her clit with his thumb and his index finger. He took his right arm and lifted her in the air. He carefully felt down her arm and
hold on, I gotta give you the props for
something over to her breast and started to draw circles around her breast. Whirling around slowly, he moaned toward her nipple. He moved in toward her nipple, which was now hard and pointed. He played with it for a moment. He twisted her around rapidly and, with one try, lifted her onto the dining room table, where she then... Oh my God, it's so hard to read.
Where she then ripped...
Sani, I can't read the...
Where she then ripped open his shirt.
Opened his shirt and started kissing him on the... What?
On his chest and...
On his chest.
And
neck. and he lifted back his head and groaned.
Opened.
And opened his mouth. She unbuttoned his pants, pulled his... He gently put his hips between her legs and moved in and out. She felt it warm and wet to him. It felt so good. She wrapped her legs around his waist and pushed her feet on his back to let him in deeper. He lifted her off the table and onto the floor they went. It's getting really small at this point. The writing, not onto the floor they went.
Hot passion flowing through their veins.
I'm gonna make up my own story from now on. Onto the floor they went. As he grabbed her full-size C cups in his hands in a honka-honka motion. He lifted her legs and put the bottom of her feet on his chest. He started at the pinky toe, kissing his way to the big one. This isn't Sani at this point. I'm reading this just so you guys.
This is literally better than any poetry slam I've ever seen.
Yes.
You gotta always have erotica.
As he thrust his veiny, red, bulging penis into her, he groaned like a lion does when he has conquered some prey. As he lifted her into the air and onto the love seat, he pushed the footrest off to the side. It was at this point that her mother walked in. Yes, this was her mother's house. Now, what happened next might surprise most, as she did not stop, but instead found some erotic pleasure in the fact that her mother had caught her. He oozed out his semen inside of her. Inside of her vagina. Together they slowed down, and the breathing is the only sound in the room. The last of the beautiful orgasms ended. She dropped down on him. He kissed her on the head softly, and then whispered, "I love you." And they whispered, "I love you" to each other. They kiss again a few more times, and being so exhausted, they fall
asleep
in each other's arms.